as you arrive, you notice that the amphitheater has 10 seats. Only 6 of them are currently being populated.
Guild Mercy, do hear your call for aid, but question as to what battle and enemy you refer.
I know I can make a difference to save people. Can you say the same? What's his name?
He was your guild leader. You gave me his name.
I'm so sorry. I forgot your name. What was that?
Little bit more than just the Eastland Raiders. If you noticed, it wasn't just their seats that were missing. It just so happens that we believe that Arcanist, Anonymous, Epitaph, and the Fourth Seal, along with the Eastland Raiders, are all in cahoots with Camille. Welcome, Foundlings, back to another episode of the Odd Campaign. I am, as always, your one, your only, Quentin, the GM here, as I will be the Game Master and host for tonight's session, series, saga, epilogue, perhaps. Who knows how far we get today? This might be part 1, 5, 17. I don't know. It's been like a really long ending. It's been drawn out, but we are here and we are excited. So, sound off 1, 2, so we know who we have at the table today.
1, 2. I am not you. I'm RL. I also play Zana, a rogue, a city gal from, the city, the big city, one of them.
One of them,
May
Boston.
or may not.
Boston, New York.
No, there is definitely.
There is a Boston, New York. However, it is not the Boston that she was thinking of at the time.
No, it wasn't.
She's got them both mixed together. This is the fantasy Boston,
Oh, that's right.
New York.
Boston, New York is right outside of Niagara Falls, and it's like a really small town.
Yes, the mafia, located in Boston, New York.
Look,
Population 8,000.
We're a really small mafia.
Well, hello there. My name is Emily. Today I am playing Odette. Odette is accompanied by her cute little pseudo dragon, Indiana.
What? I got distracted. There were lights in a facility. I am here.
Thank you, Indiana. You are free to go now, I guess.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Hello, I am Jonathan, and I'm playing Lucien, a disgruntled former employee of the game that wants to get back at him.
And me. I voice everyone else you'll ever hear.
You already introduced yourself.
Yeah, but I'm so important, I need to introduce myself twice, just so you don't forget. Last time on the Odd Campaign, after having successfully gathered the camaraderie of all of the remaining cooperative guilds, having made a somewhat formal alliance with them, everyone has mutually agreed to come under one banner and assault the server hub of the game, hoping that it will allow you all to potentially escape. But more recently, after the plans were laid and we were deep into the night, under the cover of darkness, there was an assassination attempt. All those who remained in Stefan's supposedly super secret and safe base were assaulted by masked individuals, of which you did successfully rebuke, and more than that, captured 2 of them. So, when last we left off, the 2 of them were tied up and bound in the center of the training combat pit, in the center of the compound. Everyone for me, roll a perception check.
Perception was at 23.
Well, I got a 30, but I only rolled a 10.
15 total is not terrible. I just went through a traumatic experience, almost got killed, okay?
You see before you there are the two restrained individuals in the center of the room. You are looking around at some of the player tags of your own guild members, and you see as a few of them change from white to red. And as you are looking at them, you notice that they have player tags above their heads.
Oh no.
So we all see this?
Well, yeah, this is what happens when you kill a person. Your player tag goes red.
Oh shoot. We need to do something quickly about their necks. I'm going to run to the people that are tied up.
Okay.
I would like to inspect their necks.
How did we not notice the giant name tags above these guys' head?
Maybe because it was dark and they were trying to kill us?
I don't know about you, but I was definitely sleeping.
It would be another perception, correct?
Yes, it would.
30 total.
Significantly better than the last. So you can tell with these individuals, at a glance, it is almost impossible as they have hair grown over the spot. However, you are able to, with your fingers, feel that there does seem to be the remnants of a surgical scar at the base of their skull.
Lucien, I need you over here, quick. We need to remove these explosive devices from their necks or else they're going to kill us all.
Lucien, you're proficient
Right
in
now.
removing explosive devices?
Right, she can detonate them from a distance, please. And I'm pretty sure she can hear from them. All right, I take out my daggers. Come here now. I have my dagger ready to go at someone's neck. You're going to need to heal him when I cut it out.
I've disarmed your bomb before.
Okay, come here, Grundle. This might be your time to shine.
Oh, amazing.
And he just waddles on over.
Odette steps closer to Galahad and slightly more behind him.
He just holds up his shield and puts an arm in front of you and Selena. S just kind of shrugs and stands there.
Do I have a good thing for cutting them out? How sharp are my daggers?
Your daggers are certainly sharp. How precise are your daggers is the
How
question.
precise can I make my daggers with intention? They
that
are
would be
completely
a
still.
disable device check.
I believe I have disabled device. Yes, I have a plus
Well,
14.
It would be first a
That's
medicine.
what Lucien is here for. He's the medicine, I'm the disabled device.
Yeah, there would be a medicine check and then a disable device check. Okay, so Lucien, you'll be making a heal check. Zana, you will be making a disable device check as you are attempting to perform surgery on these individuals without killing them.
Well, my player tag is already red, so...
Yeah, I was not quite all there right now and ends up only getting like a 14.
31 on her disabled device for the first person's neck bomb device, mind control thingy, whatever this is.
As the total heal skill check was a 14, but the disabled device was a 31. You have such an open window to grab this device out of the base of this man's skull, as there is just an absolute massive gash right from the skull all the way down like the spinal cord, and you just see a large gash of exposed flesh, and you are able to very dexterously pluck the little tiny chip out, and there's like now this 3-inch hole at the base of this man's skull who is bleeding unconscious, and you see that this individual dies.
Oh my god.
No, okay, I got it. Heal him.
Player tag.
He's instantly dead?
This was the individual that was unconscious because their hit points dropped below 0.
Oh. It's within time?
It certainly is within time. This is why Lucien's the best doctor, because 1, he's experienced, but 2, if he royally messes up, he's just gonna put them back together.
So please, never let him operate on me. Okay, thank you very much.
See him take a knife.
There we go. Breath of life.
Just see like blood and viscera gushing out. The person slumps over even more than he was before as you hear an excruciated gasp of pain as the death rattle comes out of this individual. Right before Lucien runs over and you see a stream of positive energy gush out from him, and the person is reinvigorated, gasping back to life.
Is Lucien's name tag still red?
It's like a yellow.
Okay, Grundle, bottle this and take it outside for now.
Oh,
It very
okay.
well still might explode.
Oh, exciting. And he just puts it in a little vial and is shaking it as he walks away.
Just put it outside and come back. We have another one to get.
We have one more to do, right?
Yes, we do, and we need to do it now.
You see Grundle walked over to the kitchen.
Hey, there we go. He knows what he's doing now. You know.
The first one was a warm-up round, you know? That's what I always say when I go into surgery. Oops!
After some practice,
That
Lucien
one was a
gets it
warm-up.
down. Lucien gets it down for the second one. Gets a 31 for his heal check.
And Zana gets a 29 for disable device.
Working more so in tandem after the initial jump scare of the first interaction, you do more dexterously and carefully make a smaller incision as Zana is able to very nimbly and deftly extract the microchip from the base of the second man's skull, though this does jostle him awake and snap him back to consciousness, as now both of them are struggling.
Grundle, another one, please take it. Over there.
Grabs it and takes it and
Now,
walks to the
out.
kitchen.
We cannot have... They might explode, Grundle. Do you know what explode means? You know what explode means, Grundle.
I do know what explode means. I trust me. I've got it taken care of.
Oh, okay.
Hello? Are you... Your eyes are open. Are you conscious? Do you know who you are?
Both of them are just glaring daggers at you.
Are you okay? We got the explosives out of your neck. Were those not controlling your mind?
I was just stabbed and am constrained and bound against my will. Does that seem like I am okay?
So wait, them little microchips were not controlling your mind? You're telling me you did that all of your own free will?
When did he say any of that?
When he's expressed his displeasure with us. He still looks like he kind of wanted to kill us, okay? So maybe...
Oh, I have no idea what's going on.
Do you still want to kill us? Will you... I mean...
Roll a sense motive.
That's a 28 for my sense motive check.
One of the individuals definitely seems to be glaring at you with murderous intent. However, the other individual seems to have an air of confusion about him. He seems displeased with the circumstances, but not entirely coherent.
I'm guessing that the guy who died.
That is not the man who died.
Oh, the man who died is glaring daggers at us.
Yes.
Okay, well, you, sir, we could have let you, still die, except for we removed the explosives in your neck. Still look like you want to kill us? What do you get out of killing us? Not out of the game, that's for sure.
And how do you know that?
Because my friends took her little deal, and I don't believe they got out of the game.
Okay, you don't believe they got out of the game. Are they here?
No?
And who were your friends? Can I pull them up in the player registry?
Can you move somebody's account to a different server?
I mean, I'm sure I could. But all I'm saying is you have speculation on what you believe to be true without any evidence that what Camille is saying is not true.
You know what? You're right. The only evidence I have is my experiences, of which none of you share. The only people that shared my experiences were tricked by her. And here's how I know. When she offered us the chance to get out of the game, it was at a distinct moment in time when we got a specific item that would help us take her down. That's when she decided she needed to get rid of us for good. That's not a coincidence. And when she said she could let us out, all she did was show us our worst nightmares in the real world. What is to say she can't show you the real world while you're still stuck in here? It's still a simulation. It's not real. She's taking people's minds and she's doing something with them. Did you agree to have a chip in your neck that would explode? Did you?
Yes.
What? Wait, what? Wait. She walks away for a second, she grabs her head. Wait. Why? Why?
While I don't agree with the premise, at least he stuck to his guns and he...
Because it was part of the deal.
The deal of what? You work for her, kill people in the game, and then she'll let you out of the game when all the people she wants dead are dead. Really?
Yeah, that's part of it.
You believe the person that is keeping you here against your will is now gonna let you go free because you did a little favor?
Maybe signed a contract.
Oh my gosh, a virtual contract. Everybody knows those can be deleted and they're non-binding.
I'm pretty sure even if you signed something over the internet, it's still legally binding, especially if it was properly notarized.
And was your lawyer present? Are you a minor? How old are you even in real life?
I'm like 37. How old are you?
Okay, that's good, because I swear if I was going to be arguing with a 12-year-old, I wouldn't be able to handle this.
I mean, I thought we all kind of looked our age in here.
I mean, I don't know how old I look, but I also don't know exactly how old I am, so...
Oh, hey, what's going on? The other guy is like here, like looking back and forth between you and the person he's tied to, and
Wait.
I'm here.
Did you agree to have an explosive device planted in your neck, sir?
There's a what?
Okay,
Did someone remove this?
Like, not everybody agreed to
Is
it, dude.
that why I was cut?
What's this guy's player tag name? The one glaring daggers at us. The one working for Camille.
Contract Killer 66.
Well, I plan to revive all of these players. I'm not
Dude, you
really
can
in the
revive
business
people?
of killing people that are not NPCs.
What if they don't come back and we waste the spell?
I sleep it off.
See, Odette? He just leaps it off.
Thank you for repeating that. I needed it. I needed more understanding.
Back to Mr. Confused. I would like both of their player tag names.
Oh gosh.
Do you? I look at him. Do you remember your name? Your real name?
Andy.
Candy?
Andy.
And Andy.
Andy Berziak.
Okay, Andy, you are obviously not working for Camille Lasimus.
What? The robot lady?
Yeah, she's basically the person keeping us in the game, and she's also taking control of people against their will. Like you. I look at the other guy. Against his will.
Yeah, okay. And
And what? Do you lack heart or compassion for others?
If he's all right with killing someone, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any problem with someone being mind controlled by someone.
That's a good point, Lucien. Thank you.
Wait a
I'd
second.
also like to point out that society's been brainwashing people for
Okay,
literally
yeah, we've had
decades.
enough of you. Can somebody gag him? Anyway.
Odette walks over to the man that Zana's saying gag, and she says,
Wait a second. How did you know where we were?
Well, sounds motive.
I will continue my conversation.
With Andy?
With Andy, off to the side. I
Okay,
don't
so-
want Andy near this guy.
Okay, so you
I untie Andy.
unrestrain him and kind of
Yes.
walk him over to the side.
I also am wary in case this is a trick, but I genuinely believe this guy is confused.
7. I am not a sensing character.
You walk over with Andy B, as is his player tag, and Odette, you are talking with Radkey87.
Clearly, I am a deductive genius and was able to follow you after your very public display at the town hall.
Am I close enough to hear?
Yeah, you can roll sense motive as well.
I only rolled a 5, but it's still 30.
You know, if you weren't a villain, I would say you could be a pretty legendary
Legendary
hero.
Both Gallahan and S kind of turn and look at you quizzically.
I mean, who is Sherlock Holmes, right? He's legendary. He's a hero. His deductive skills are really good. What?
You can tell that this individual was in fact not present at the town hall and was later informed, presumably, of the events that occurred there.
I don't think you're telling the truth, and I'm usually pretty good with determining those types of things.
How do you know he's not telling the truth? He's super
lying.
truthful right now. Look at him. Look
I'm
at that.
incredibly truthful.
Do you see that face?
You just see a big toothy smile with a 15-degree head tilt.
I do see a face, yes.
That is definitely not the face of someone who is telling the truth.
Odette, do you want to stop talking to the contract killer and look at the explosive devices that were in their necks?
No?
Oh, dang it.
Are they magical in orientation?
Probably.
Or are they mechanical?
We should...
No, they seem mechanical.
Oh, I have absolutely no interest.
We should really remove the explosive devices in the dead one's necks.
Oh, shoot. You are right, Lucien. Can you get on that?
Can you just drag the bodies outside?
I'm going to revive these people.
Okay, can we get them out of their necks before we revive them?
Yes, but I'm not so good at, taking things out of people's...
Okay, Andy, follow me, and while I remove these explosive devices in these people's necks, like they were in yours, I'm going to explain what's going on a little bit. Either that, or you can sit on the bed over there and have a little panic cry for half an hour until everything's okay. You're safe now.
Is he? Are we even safe?
He goes to sit down on one of the nearby beds, having a mild panic attack. You just hear beep, 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 beep. And one of the skulls of one of the dead bodies just explodes right next to him as he screams, "Oh my God, you are lying!"
Oh my gosh, can we please get the rest of these? They're heavier than 5 pounds. Dang it. So as that one explodes, how many are left?
2 were captured and already taken care of. 1 person has already exploded, so there are 5 corpses left remaining.
Okay, as that one explodes, Grog, take the bodies outside the door. If they start beeping, run.
Okay.
Come with me. If they start beeping, we'll run. But we need to get these out of the rest of the necks, or those people are going to die forever.
Should I just roll 5 heal checks?
Yeah.
And I will roll 5 disable device.
It looks like you had a 30, a 21, a 31, a 33, and 115. The majority of your incisions are incredibly considerate for the individual. However, one is slightly more heavy-handed and forced as you feel like the device is about to explode, but you are able to successfully extract it in time before it does and toss it out into the streets.
I'm the one tossing the bomb. And that was the last of them.
We are probably not safe here anymore. After all, you just did throw.
Absolutely not. No, our location is 100% compromised.
Yes, you did just throw a bomb outside, and it's making lots of noise. The city might think it's being attacked.
Okay, well, Camille knows that she's detonating the bombs, okay? So maybe she's hoping she killed us with them or whatever.
So Grundle comes over and picks up the remaining detonation devices and grabs them with tweezers and puts them in little tiny vials. And you see that he's then putting the vials in just like an egg carton and is just carrying them all around.
So, should we take these to Mateo to have him analyze them?
Actually, that's a great idea. Mateo's really out there. We have a car, and it would be a bit away. We also had to reconvene with him because he was looking into some of the metal that Camille's base is made out of. That's actually the best idea anybody's having, well, the past 30 minutes. At least.
See, that's why they call me the brains of the operation.
We call you the Grundle of the operation.
The brains.
Alrighty, buddy. In the SUV, I have only driven twice, but this is no roads. So, you can't go off-road if there is no road. Get in the car, everyone.
So, a couple things. I'm pretty sure that Lucien wanted to, try and resurrect players, and
Okay.
that's gonna take time.
We're not getting in the car right now. We're taking 20 minutes to pack up our stuff. It's not gonna, if we gotta, I'm gonna make some sandwiches for the road. Lucien, you try to resurrect those dead guys.
It's going to take a couple days to resurrect all of them.
We don't have time for that.
I'm still going to resurrect these people.
Are you saying we don't have time to save people's lives? Isn't that the whole purpose of what we're doing?
Well, that means we have to lug them. Okay, fine. You know what? Fine. There is 2 cars here, right? There's 2 cars. You guys take the car with the dead bodies, and I'll take the car with the live bodies. We'll drive side by side, ducks in a row style, okay? Does that sound good? Compromise?
That also does help, because I was gonna say, I don't think, because there's 10 of us and then also 5 dead bodies, we weren't all gonna fit in one car.
Well,
anyway.
we can, great. The bodies don't need seats just yet. We can stack them up.
That sounds mildly like inhumane.
It does. It's a little frightening, Zana.
I feel
Think
like-
of it as a snuggle pile.
The way you said that makes it worse.
Look,
yeah.
guys, I'm
I mean,
trying
they're-
my best.
They're
but
unconscious. I don't know if they can consent to a snuggle pile.
Okay. You can arrange the dead bodies however you would like, as long as they're not in the car that I'm driving. I can't handle the smell. It brings back bad memories, okay? I'm gonna make my PB&Js and tell this poor man who is mind-controlled what's going on.
Okay.
Well, first, if we didn't actually finish sleeping through the night, probably a good idea to actually sleep.
Not here, I'm not. I was almost murdered. Okay, they know where we are. Our super secret hideout is not so super secret anymore.
Okay. Gallahan, would you mind staying up a little bit longer while we drive? You're the only one I trust. I look him very wide in the eyes. You are the only one I trust to drive that car behind me.
Okay, that's probably wise. I've driven large vehicles before.
If everybody gets a little bit of sleep in the car while we drive, when we get there, let me know how you're feeling, and I might be able to rest you up a full sleep.
I'll be fine. I used to stay up for 18-hour shifts while I was on fire duty.
I'm thinking about your in-game character. You need a full rest sleep to use all your spells again, and
I'm a frontline paladin. I max out Constitution, which is what enables you to stay awake for multiple hours.
Oh, dude, that's a nice build.
All right. I will help my sister carry the individuals to the back of the car.
Yes, we should probably help with that. I did kill a lot of people. I feel so bad. I'm so sorry.
S kind of just looks at the person who has a kusarigama sticking out of their chest and just like, you just hear it slide out. Just kind of wipes it on his leg.
Yes.
Oh, that's just kind of like that blank face.
Right, let's do this.
So you all hurriedly pack up your things and make your way to the vehicles. And as you're all bustling about, you're just gonna leave me here?
Yep, bye.
But
Wait,
why?
why are we leaving them?
Oh, because he's alive. He'll eventually get out because some of his compatriots will find him. And,
Shouldn't we keep him with us so he doesn't come back and try and kill us?
keep trying to kill us?
No, so he doesn't. We can keep him confined, and then he won't come back and try and kill us.
You know the saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. If he just tried to kill us and we let him regroup and resupply, he's gonna do it again.
So we keep him bound, and we bring him with us.
And also, the guy you're being buddy-buddy with, he seems really nice and chill and probably like an average dude, but he doesn't really seem to remember much of what went on. The asshole over there who stabbed a guy,
Mm-hmm.
it seems like he's fairly cognizant and might have some information.
Maybe we just let
Okay.
Andy go.
All right.
Be free, Andy.
You know what? Put him in the car with the dead bodies.
Andy?
No. The rad key. Dude, really? Rad key?
Yeah, you got a problem with my name? It's
No,
not my name.
I'm just trying to make you feel self-conscious. Do you want a PB&J? Has it been a while since you've eaten? Are you allergic to peanut butter?
I will decline the offer.
Whatever. Everybody lit up.
Everyone makes their way into their respective vehicles, with Gallahan, Selena, Odette, and S riding in the secondary vehicle, watching over Radkey and the dead bodies, whereas the rest of the guild piles into the car that Zana is driving.
Wait, what rest of the guild? Lucien?
So that would be
Crystal, Grog.
Crystal, Grog, Lucien, Grundle, and Andy.
All right.
Lucien would probably be in the vehicle with the bodies, with Gallahan.
Yeah?
Okay, so the Gallahan's driving the bigger vehicle because he needs to carry also 5 dead bodies. So he takes the bigger one, and it will allow you to seat these 6 individuals.
I lead the way, as I've been to Mateo's base before, by
Sure.
car.
You make your way bustling through the snow in your 2 vehicles. Visibility is low as it is dark and the snow is thick. You can hear it as it crunches underneath your tires, and the landscape being flat and monotonous. It almost seems as if you are traveling an indescribable distance. Almost no sooner than before you arrive at your destination can you even see the mountains before you. You come speeding up and then go down into the well-obscured mountain tunnel pass, driving through the tunnels almost a mile deep until you reach Mateo's underground laboratory. It is 5:36 a.m. The sun has not yet risen, but it is going to be soon.
We park the car. Zana turns it off and rests back in her seat. All that driving hours, and it's not even gonna count towards my learner's permit.
You hear as car doors are opening and shutting, though amidst all of this, as some of your compatriots are also starting to begin to unload the dead bodies from the back of the truck, you just hear a very angry and exacerbated, "What is this?"
Hi, Mateo. Good to see you. I brought breakfast.
"And what have you brought me here?"
The remains of my party that are still alive after an assassination attempt at the middle of the night.
Zana, I think that's too much information. Maybe we
It's
just...
the truth. I'm sorry.
No,
I tell
this
the
is
truth.
good information.
Mateo can handle the truth. He's a very intelligent
Why
individual.
are there dead bodies?
Because those are the people that tried to kill us, and we've removed the explosives out of their neck
Here.
so that we can try and bring them back to life. This guy is able to do it sometimes, like twice a day, but we got like 5 bodies.
And
Four
they
bodies.
attempted to murder you. Why do we care?
Because they were being mind controlled. Like this guy, Andy.
Hello.
Yeah, he was mind controlled too. They're not doing it because they want to. Well, most of them aren't doing it.
And you see his rad key literally hisses at you.
Guys, did you let him spit the gag out? Put it back in his mouth. We'll ungag him when you want him to speak.
He can hiss with a gag in his mouth.
Anyway, yeah, we do have the explosive devices that were in their necks if you want to look at them.
Grundle shakes an egg carton.
Come on, Mateo. We got some talking to do.
Sure. Grabs his coffee pot, pours a cup of coffee.
And I explain the situation as thoroughly as I can to Mateo.
So, time goes by. You catch Mateo up to speed. A number of your guild members are resting.
I actually just realized that the resurrection spell does need a diamond worth 10,000 gold.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you necessarily
You
had...
5 diamonds on you?
Yeah, I don't think you had 50,000 gold worth of diamonds on you.
I definitely did not. I didn't realize that
It's very expensive. Yes, it turns out bringing people back to life is an expensive process.
Breath of Life doesn't take any of that, but you only have like 6 seconds to use that one.
Right.
So you need diamonds to do... Mateo, you wouldn't have to have any diamonds, would you?
No, there would be no diamonds at this elevation, but if you were to go to Benedict Donterra, that would be the individual, as he is the one that leads the mining expeditions for the Veritium. It is possible that he may have encountered some. And by possible, I mean very definitive. He owns most of the jewelries.
I'm assuming you only have like 1 or 2 with you.
I actually realized I used my last diamond a while back.
I'm sure if we told other people that players were killed and we had the potential to resurrect them, that we could just reach out to Mercy and we could utilize some of their collective guild fund in order to get the necessary resources.
Not only is it would it be good to revive these individuals, because I would hate to have actually killed people in real life, but also the red names above some of you guys is gonna raise alarms.
Oh, does it look ominous?
But it also probably makes you look less trustworthy.
Oh, yeah. You know, look, maybe it's just because it's coming from you, but it really irks me to hear that. And that's only because of who your leader is. Nothing against you, Lucien. You've been wonderful. Okay. Gallahan and Selena. You guys have connections at Mercy, right?
Yes, that was the guild that we were a part of previously,
Send
before
it
all.
not through a message. Write it down on an item and send the item. Don't send it through a message. I am fairly certain Camille can see that. But if we send it through an item, maybe not? Does that sound right, Lucien?
What are we going to do? S-Kid doesn't talk and he only sends messages.
Well, S isn't talking out very important information. He listens and retains it.
I take offense to that.
Why do we care about saying that we have some dead players that we need help reviving?
Because they think that they have the materials to bring them back to life, and they can send us the materials through the item send.
Yes,
through
but
friends.
no. My point is, why don't we just message them that? What harm is there in just messaging them that we have some players that would like to get revived?
And wait, make them come to us?
No. You said that you don't want to send the message through the message chat system, right? Why?
Because I'm pretty sure Camille can see the messages through message chat.
Even if she can, why would it matter?
Because she knows those are the 5 people we killed.
Yes,
Does she
the
know
people
that?
are
Because
just-
we don't want her to know that we're reviving them and we can get the information from them.
Well, unless we're listing off their names specifically, I don't think it
thinks
matters.
I don't know.
But also, there are 2 individuals that escaped, so Camille will know all about all of that.
You know what? Fair enough. Only secret information sent on secret letters through system. I don't know. I don't know. I'm doing my best. I don't know how this game works, Lucien. You're the one who coded it. Why would you code something like this?
I coded a very small portion of the game. It was mostly just some map designs.
Was it that leaf right there? The one that's blowing and keeps looping? It seems to be stuck.
It's a very nice leaf, Lucien. I love it. Could you do something like maybe, code the get out button back in? Wait, could you? If you had an administrator keyboard?
What administrator keyboard? You keep talking about this. Where is this thing?
I don't know. It was only mentioned offhandedly once by the other administrator guy.
I think it was mentioned by you.
No, I only mentioned it because it was mentioned by the other guy.
I think the only thing that was brought up, I wasn't there, so I've only heard it mentioned by you, so maybe you're right. I don't know.
Maybe. We don't know. I could be wrong and we could all die. Whatever.
That's the spirit.
So, what did you find out about the metal that you analyzed?
The Abysstian metal.
Yeah, that stuff.
It has a psionic attunement. Depending on how it is manipulated, it can be a lightning rod for telepathic abilities so that it amplifies the effective radius.
So what I am hearing is Mind Control Palace. Is anybody else hearing Mind Control Palace? That sounds like a Mind Control Palace. Right, Odette?
The good news is, because I was able to work with it, I managed to find a way to reverse the effect. So that instead of amplifying the psionic abilities, it will reflect them.
This is wonderful news. How?
Through, months of rigorous investigation.
No. I mean, how do we reverse the polarity?
Oh, it takes a large amount of time, a lot of metallurgy, some chemical reactions, the atomizer over there, a lot of power.
Could you do it with something like this? I pull out the big trident. Would we able to, this thing can radiate like a thing called, surf swim? Under the
This is
sea
not made
swim?
of Abysstian.
No.
Right, so what I have made is I have made these circlets.
And you see that there are what looks to be like headbands or circlets.
As long as you are wearing these, you should have a resistance to any incoming psionic attacks.
Oh my gosh. How many are there?
I was able to make 17.
That's amazing. How do we even compensate you for this?
You let me help you kill Camille Lacimes.
You're coming with us?
Yes.
Yay.
This has been my goal the entire time.
I thought you wanted us to kill her for you. This is like a you want to stab her yourself kind of gig, right?
Preferable, but
Man, I like you, Mateo. This is great. Guys, this is the best news we've gotten all day.
And you see as you're like cheering and excited, meanwhile, like half of your group is passed out asleep on the floor.
All right. Well, with that all excitement, I might have a crash. I think I might gonna crash. I'm gonna crash. Good night.
And what are we going to do with your individual?
And you kind of see as Radkey's been tied up and restrained to just like one of his chairs.
We double the restraints.
Okay.
Keep him in the chair under all costs.
Frederick!
And you see as Mateo snaps his fingers and just like a really large metal golem is staring at the guy restrained in the chair.
I walk up to him before, you know what? You deserve a nice rest too. I use my scroll of sleep and I put him asleep.
Okay.
Just because I don't trust him.
Sure.
The DC on it says 11.
You see as you cast the spell, and poof, it looks as his eyes close, his head nods down. Against his will, he seems to fall into a deep sleep.
I will sleep in the front seat of the car with the back all the way down.
You rest fully and uninterrupted. Congratulations, everybody. And you wake up fully as it is midday. Everyone is kind of groggy and sore, but they are all shuffling about, preparing themselves. A number of individuals are reaching out to contacts in order to get the necessary equipment, and Lucien is attempting to cast resurrection spells as it is kind of taking time to make the necessary preparations.
And I'm using regenerate on Crystal's hand.
You see as it kind of reattaches and mends itself. Is there anything anyone else would like to do? Or are we going to be moving on with getting the guild hall set up and meeting with the rest of the guild leaders?
They said that they would need at least the majority of a week to prepare. While they do that, I want to have Mateo work solely on making more of those headbands.
He was given all that you guys had.
I will have my team stay here with Mateo.
Right.
While I go up to the 20th floor, speak with Kelly, get our guild hall, but not make the guild yet.
Sure.
And then do what I can within those 3 days to get as much Vermillion steel as I can to get it back to Mateo so that he has 2 or 3 days to make as many as he can. And I will let him know of this so he can prep anything that needs to be done beforehand for a lot of them.
That is her plan for the week. Is there anything, and then Jonathan, you wanted to work on resurrecting and healing the individuals. Is there anything that you would like to do with the downtime?
I don't really have anything in mind.
Mateo, look at the explosive devices.
As Mateo is out of the necessary base material to make any more of the circlets to protect against psionic attacks, he does take the remainder of the week to look into the explosive devices, but he is going to need that entirety of the downtime to fully analyze them and give you more information. So, with that, Mercy is able to successfully aid you and gives you the necessary supplies and resources from their group treasury in order to facilitate the resurrection of the players. And furthermore, on top of that, they actually send a couple of additional clerics to expedite the process and make it go by slightly quicker, so you're not relying on just your spell slots alone.
Wait, they brought more people into the underground base?
You're not there.
Okay, you're right.
You're in Thessalia.
I didn't warn them about stranger danger, that there might be
really, I just need 2 more.
No, there might be somebody giving leaks, and we don't know who it is.
Meanwhile, you go to Thessalia. You are able to speak with Kelly, as well as the king of Thessalia, Yord, and you are able to get a amply large enough estate, actually, within the city of Thessalia to be able to house a large number of players.
Oh, wow. This will work well.
However, that takes you but a fraction of the time. The deed is in your name, and you are prepared and able to turn it into a guild hall at your leisure. So you begin to turn to your side objective, and you begin inquiring in regards to the Abystian steel, to which Kelly is somewhat ignorant about, but Drydas kind of picks up on.
Remember, when I said that the Thessalonians and the Minsk had been in conflict for great time, not all were overly enthusiastic about the diplomatic marriage and the peace treaties that were made, as you may very well remember by the festivities at our wedding. The individuals who were in control of a large portion of the military faction and mining acquisitions and weaponry have defected, and they are working with some of the rogue factions that are protesting us.
Yeah, those are probably the people that are working with Camille. And unfortunately, she can mind control those people to follow her as much as she wants. What we've learned is that basically her entire fortress is this psionic presence that presumably if you get too close to, you become under her control. We're working. We already have quite a few of anti-mind control head circlets, but we need to make it out of the Abystian steel. Anything will work. So, like, did anybody try and murder you with some weapons? Do we have them in jail? How many assassination attempts have you guys had? Your love is a pretty spicy topic.
Thankfully, not many.
Not many, but not none?
No, I mean, like, literally none.
That's nice.
It's been, like,
So
actually
glad.
really nice. It's been good. As such, I am sorry to say, but any Abystian steel we have, our stockpile is entirely dry.
Well, that is unfortunate. Are you sure there's nobody you can think of that might have some sort of stash somewhere?
Any stockpile of Abystian steel would presumably be under the control of those who have defected. If you were to raid one of their outposts, trading depots, or bases, potentially you could acquire some. But I do believe that the majority of them are congregating in one location. It may be best if you reconvene with your members and discuss alternate means of tackling the situation. I can, of course, provide you with a topographical map and landscape and where I perceive Camille's base to be as part of our agreement, and I can even lead you there when the time comes, of course.
Drydas, that would be extremely helpful.
But more so, if we believe that the Abystian steel is required to rebuke any of the potential mind-controlling effects, and we are unable to acquire more, maybe the goal should not be to inhibit the effect with the circlets, but rather stop the source. If you are able to find out what exactly is amplifying the psionic ability,
We can reverse it at its core.
either reverse it, destroy it, mitigate it, whatever it takes to get the bulk of your forces in. Send in a small squad of capable individuals
And have the rest of the people fight, like, where? As a distraction? Or just wait for our signal?
Either or. You could attempt to lure out the enemy forces, make them not fight on their own terms within their defenses, or you could send in a group of infiltrators to take care of the psionic presence and then signal the rest of the forces to come in and reinforce once available.
The first plan seems most logical. If we get all of their forces out there, either before or even after we're inside, I can take care of my team, and, well, not all of us will be, but some of us can be quite invisible.
The problem with the first strategy is they may just not take the bait. Any wise individual would not be so successfully lured out of any of their fortifications.
So it needs to not be bait.
You would have to be able to threaten something of import enough that they would be willing to sacrifice their superior positioning, which I do not know if there is anything.
Oh, I really don't want to attack Araveldum. So... and that's her only other base that I know of, but, thank you for your advice, Dradis.
I would discuss it with the rest of the guild leaders and the rest of your team. And, of course, the most useful weapon is information. If there's any way you can find out anything more about her inner workings, plans, or defenses.
Is there like a truth potion, serum, fruit, anything? Is there anything to like force somebody to be truthful? Gotta be, right? Like there's potions that can like help you regrow a limb or something.
I'm sure there exists something in this world we live in, but not anything that I have immediate access to. If you ask around, certainly I'm sure you could find someone who'd be able to help you, though. It's just a matter of finding the right person.
You're right. Well, it looks like I have some typing to do. See, I could either go back to all of my compatriots in the cold cave right now, or I could stay like one more day in the nice, comfy, big empty hall.
We would love to have you.
Oh, wait, Kelly, wait. I can't just come here and dip. I am taking a dip, but like, we gotta take girls' night?
Absolutely, before you leave.
Oh my gosh, this is exactly what I want before I die. I mean, exactly what I would want before I potentially die. This is, you know what? I deserve this. I deserve this.
So, with all of that, a number of the slain, mind-controlled assassins are being resurrected. Zana has successfully acquired the potential new guild hall and some pertinent information. But you're still lacking an understanding of your enemy and their fortifications as time goes on.
Before she goes to bed that night, she sends the messages asking about a truth potion / serum.
Sure. There is the spell Zone of Truth that I'm aware of, and you would receive a confirmation that any high-level arcane spellcaster would be able to cast such a spell. So, you all are able to eventually regather at Mateo's base with the necessary assistance from a number of guilds who all come together. You end up actually specifically receiving assistance from MMO, who has a member of the guild who specializes in getting the truth for the local paper. So he is the individual who is able to cast a Zone of Truth for you.
All right, Radkey. Time to finally tell us what's going on. All right, do it.
Yeah, Shaka Zing! And you see as a magic arcane circle inscribes itself in around about a 15-foot diameter in the room you are in, where a number of your guild members are currently interrogating your hostage. So who all would Odette be present for that? And would Lucien? If you're going to be interrogating the would-be assassin?
Yeah,
I would like at least both Lucien and Mateo there.
Sure.
Odette can come if she likes.
Do you think Odette would be there?
I don't see a reason why she wouldn't be.
Fair enough. And I mean, there really isn't that much else going on, so a large number of the rest of your guild is there as well.
All right. So, you don't want to tell us what's going on.
I feel like I made that much clear, but it appears as if I won't have much of a choice.
Yeah, and can you really blame us? I mean, we are fighting against someone inherently that seems evil, you know? I didn't believe evil
Zana,
existed.
the spell has a limited time, so we do need to ask the questions
Look,
wisely.
When I step closer to talk to him, I gotta tell the truth, too.
But I didn't ask you a question.
Zone of truth just means you gotta speak the truth. Oh. Where is... Wait, I have questions here. And she's flipping through her notebook. Okay, first things first. What is Camille's plan?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. What do you know of her plan?
She's researching something.
What do you get out of this? Do you just get to get out of the game?
Get out of the game and I get $1 million.
She's offering you $1 million?
Offering a lot of people $1 million.
All right, I asked you this earlier, and it was made known to me that you lied to me. Okay? But the question I have for you is, how did you know where our secret hidden underground base was?
We were told by Camille.
Well, shit. Well, how did she find out?
Because she's Camille, Odette. She knows things. She's had access to all kinds of players.
But you
visuals.
said don't message anybody about the location. You guided everyone there, so how did she find out?
Oh, maybe something like spectator mode in Minecraft? I don't know. Do you know how she gets all of her information? Does she have multiple spies, or is it something she's just able to know?
Think about it this way. If she wasn't able to find you before, and she was now, what changed?
We invited people we don't know into this space. There's a traitor among us. Or was among us.
If you have 60% of the player base on your side, which side do you think the other 40%'s on?
We're very sus.
Lucien, can I? Actually, I'm not even going to ask. I'm going to step behind Lucien and see if he has a chip in his neck. He might not know.
Sure, roll a perception check.
If this rolls well, I would like to play out the way I realized this.
Sure.
I rolled a 30 total in my perception.
What do you do?
When he says that, I don't look at Lucien. I just take step backs until I am, and then I look at him, and then I look at Nick.
You're unable to see anything if you are only looking.
Okay, can I just I don't think it's you. Just can I just let me just check real quick. I just want to check.
This seems very personal.
Look, look. Don't worry. Look, I want to see if there's. Do I see anything?
You see and feel nothing.
I see and feel nothing. You're the only thing that changed, but I don't think you're working with Camille.
No, we invited down a bunch of other people, remember?
A bunch of other people?
All the other guild leaders?
Oh. Your guild leader was there for a little bit. He seemed the least enthusiastic.
So what does that have to do?
I thought you forgave him.
I did. That doesn't mean I don't know his natural bias.
So you didn't forgive him?
Forgive, but don't forget. You forgive, but you don't let them get you again.
So he's sicked people on you to kill you in the past?
I don't know if he'd go that far. But he might give information to Camille not knowing what she's doing with it. Or it could be someone else.
It could be anybody. It could be me. It could be you. It could be you, S.
Who?
I'm kidding.
S shakes his head no.
Who was that guy? The one in white. The first guy that... He was so excited to join our cause. He was the first one. Was that the leader of Mercy?
Yes. Yes, Alec the Lionheart.
And we told them where we were. To get them here.
And the whole plan they have in their back pocket?
Well, I mean, we assumed she knew about it. This is hurting my brain.
So, maybe...
Wait. You're in a zone of truth? What guilds are working with you?
The primary guilds that are working with us are Arcanist Anonymous,
Epitaph, the Fourth Seal,
as well as the Eastland Raiders.
Maybe I'm the traitor. Oh, no.
It is possible that we didn't fully evade the Eastland Raiders when we came in. And they could have seen us outside the window the same way I saw them outside the window. But wouldn't have known about that secret passage.
Or like the secret knock to get in.
But wait a minute. They didn't know about the secret passage. They came from up, not out.
We don't know how they got in here. We also don't know how long they've been in here. Ask, were they in there with you?
No one was in the air ducts.
So they most likely came down the stairs.
Unless they teleported in.
Did you come down the stairs in the main entrance?
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what I thought. There's a main entrance on the tavern floor. It's how we got in there the first time. It's the easiest way to get in there. But,
Didn't the guild leaders use the back entrance?
yes.
So they wouldn't know about the front entrance.
So it's most likely the Eastland Raiders.
No. Why
How
would
did
be yeah.
Because they were in the tavern.
But how would the Eastland Raiders know about the hidden entrance?
The tavern keep?
You didn't go down the entrance that way, right?
No.
You went in the back, so
Yeah.
nobody knows about that entrance as far as we are currently aware.
Except for the tavern keep.
The tavern keep is on our side.
Is he?
Yes.
You sure he doesn't have a chip in his brain?
Have you not talked to him? He is the sweetest man I have ever met.
I haven't been inside the top half of HQ in forever.
He's been the one that's been covering for Stefan's butt for a very long time.
I really hope that guy isn't dead.
So all we know is that there's an inside informant that knows the intricacies and workings of the base.
But no. Well, no, if it was Stefan, if she had control of Stefan, she would have known about the back entrance. Of course, the back entrance is loud.
Zana,
Not stealthy.
I definitely think it's not Stefan. I definitely think it's probably one of the people that we brought in here who had vision of the place, who had at least an inkling of the location of things. If it was Stefan and we're trying to rescue him, then we are going to be in big trouble and wasting a lot of our time.
I don't know. If it is one of those people, we don't have a lot we can do about it.
It just means we need to be more careful about who we're telling things to.
Yes. What do you want right now?
Preferably to get out of being bonded to a chair.
You know what I mean?
To lay down horizontally.
Oh, we could do that.
But
But
we can make that happen.
what are we
break the
trying to...
chair.
What else do we want to get out of him? Because we are wasting the time of this
I don't know
spell.
what else we can get out of him. He's obviously not someone close to Camille. Are you close to Camille?
No, not particularly.
Exactly.
You just sent me to murder you people.
Yeah, I figured. He's just kind of someone she can easily manipulate, not someone with pertinent information. And I don't think any of the other people we resurrected were,
Were all of the people with you under Camille's mind control?
I don't know.
You have buddies. See, I'm pretty sure his buddies are just as not as knowledgeable as him. Like, drag him into the circle, they're gonna tell us the same thing. Camille told him we're to kill us, offer him $1 million.
So what are we doing right now? We're wasting a lot of time on just chit-chatting with this guy. What do we need from him to take action?
I mean, kind of already taking action. I was hoping he could give us something useful. Do you have any useful information to give us?
I'm an individual who has been in the facility
You've been in the
Or-
facility?
a while and had seen things.
Wait a minute. She brings people she's not even close to in the facility? Oh, wait. Oh, of course she does.
There are a large number of players in the facility, including those that I mentioned previously. Arcanist Anonymous, the Eastland Raiders, Epitaph, and the Fourth Seal.
They all have access to that underwater base?
Yes,
How do we get in?
you can just walk in.
It's not how do we get in. It's how do we get out.
No, I think it's how do we get in and her not know.
Is there a big room you're not allowed to go into?
There are a number of rooms we do not have access to.
Do any of them hum behind the door?
They sing?
The doors are really weird.
Oh, okay. Do they change places of where they let you out, like a maze?
In order to access any room in the facility, you have to have an access code.
Do you have one of these access codes?
I do.
What is it? Do you have more than one?
I am allowed into the cafeteria and the recreation room.
We just have to... Wait, you just put in the word cafeteria?
No.
He's saying those are the rooms he's allowed into. And those are the rooms this code will have access to.
Every doorway has a 10-digit pin pad at it. And some of the rooms have different lengthed access codes. The ones I know are for the cafeteria, which is access code 2233, and the recreation room, which is code 732.
How nice is that recreation room?
It's pretty nice.
Dang.
Great, so now we have codes to get into the cafeteria and recreation room. That is exactly where we don't want to be.
What's the access code for the... How do you get in, usually? Where's the main access point?
Teleport there.
Teleport there.
And just at the front entrance, and then there's a door with a PIN code, and I punch the numbers in to go get lunch.
And what guild are you a part of?
I'm part of the Fourth Seal.
Can you invite us into your guild?
No, Odette. We've talked
yeah,
about...
you can send guild invites to anyone.
You don't want to
Can you invite me into your guild?
Yes.
Will you invite me into your guild?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't... you are actually probably one of the surprisingly most tolerable people that I've interacted with. Everyone else has been a real dick, and you haven't been half bad.
Oh, thank you. I try not to be a real dick.
You're doing a good job at that. Keep
Thank
it up,
you.
kid.
All right. We'll talk later, you and me.
But also, even if you joined the Fourth Seal as a guild, you would only have access to our guild hall, which is not located in the underwater facility.
Dang it.
So it wouldn't benefit you any.
Well, at least you saw through my plan. Wait, that's a bad thing.
Furthermore, Ty Michelson might just, actually kill you.
Ty Michelson?
Yes, the guild leader of the Fourth Seal.
Oh, I assume Ty Michelson has more access codes than you.
Probably.
And I suppose he's also doing this not because he's mind-controlled, but because he wants to and because money.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, okay.
This is a mildly less important question. Does Ty Michelson have a rock band?
With a name like that, he really should.
I keep saying the same thing.
Honestly, half of the reason why I joined the Fourth Seal is because Epitaph and the Fourth Seal is a really metal name.
It is a metal name, see?
Well, access codes to the place is good information.
I would say you're welcome, but that would be a lie.
Oh, okay.
At least he was honest.
I have to be.
Are you allergic to peanut butter?
No,
Okay, good. Then you can have this.
I don't want it.
Oh, well, you haven't eaten, and so it's all I have.
Zana, he truthfully just said he doesn't want it, so...
I don't want it because it's coming from you.
Oh, wait, give it to me. Hold on.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Will
know
you
what?
eat the
feed it.
sandwich?
Oh, yes, please, thank you.
Of
God, I'm
course.
so starving.
No, you have to feed it to him. He doesn't have access to his hands.
He can use his feet.
He doesn't have access to his feet as much as he had.
He's an assassin. We're not getting any of his being able to do anything.
Not a single finger can be lifted. I don't want him even to be able to access his menu. And with that, I think that's good enough information for now.
As you are all still in the zone of truth, everyone roll a perception check real quick.
It's a 21 for my perception.
33.
17.
Odette, make a knowledge arcana check for me as well.
Okay. 16.
Very unfortunate. As all of you are still in the zone of truth, you are feeling like you've gotten everything you needed, but S specifically seems dissatisfied. You see him walk over and lean over to the individual and hold his Kusari Gama to the man's throat. And he leans over right into his ear. And Lucien, you swear you hear him whisper, but you're unable to make out exactly what it is. But all of a sudden, this individual starts speaking. I told you I had access to Camille's facilities, which is true, but I intentionally neglected to inform you that there is a large tower which emanates both her psionic presence and also applies a generalized barrier to the facility. She is trying to lure you in and trap you.
Aww, S. Thank you.
What did he do? I'm sorry. I was looking at the bucket in the corner.
The tower is the central tower of the facility, but if it is destroyed, then it would foil a lot of her plans.
It would make the building lose its psionic mind control-y energy, yeah?
It certainly would. But she has it fairly well protected.
Well, duh. It's the one thing that could ruin all her plans.
The two things she cares about, from my understanding, are the psionic tower and also her server room.
So with the question, what does the barrier do exactly? Barriers do something.
It doesn't keep you out. It keeps you in under certain conditions.
The entire base is constituted as a dungeon. Dungeons in MMOs have player limits.
And you can't teleport out of them.
If enough players were to enter the dungeon would start. Everyone would be trapped in and be unable to teleport out.
How does she do that with so many players already in the dungeon? Or is she keeping it intentionally activated?
She's keeping it intentionally activated and intentionally restricting the number of players that have access to it at any given time, so that only a small subset of individuals could enter. There's generally roughly a 25-person leeway. That way, if a small party were to come in unexpectedly, it wouldn't trigger the dungeon event.
Boss. There's a boss on that dungeon. If that's the dungeon for presumably the floor, there's a boss there.
You mean Camille?
No. I mean a boss for the game. Right now, think of Camille as an administrator. She's the person keeping us in here.
Yes, we know she's an administrator.
She's keeping players in the dungeon to keep the boss in there. It's how the triggers the boss.
Why does the boss matter?
I don't know, but I think it has to do something with her power. Maybe the psionic thing. Maybe it's the core.
Is the tower the boss?
The central tower is in the middle, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Camille constructed it and put it there.
She constructed that tower separate from the other dungeon. Or is
she specifically chose the location that she built her facility to be within the confines of the dungeon boundary.
Oh boy.
So what you're saying is we would... Maybe not what you're saying, but what I'm picking up from this is we would not be able to make a big assault against the facility
until the barriers are down.
Right.
Until the tower is destroyed.
Oh, thank you. You're so helpful. I really do like you, even though you're kind of a villain. We will redeem you yet.
I think he likes being
I really think it's more of a matter of perspective. I don't really view what I'm doing as villainous. You have to understand that.
I see, the thing is, I completely understand that. I understand that probably more than anybody else here in the room. You're doing what you're doing to survive. You're doing what you're doing because you think it's the best thing to do.
I thought you didn't kill anybody, so how would you understand?
I understand the mentality of doing something wrong without thinking that you're hurting something. You're just thinking that it's going to help you. Help you gain money, help you look better.
So, we need to get in a small group of people, capable, fast, secret, starts with S. S.
I know you're not insinuating that it's me, are you?
I am not insinuating. I'm saying it's you, it's me, and some other individuals. This is the time to be a legendary hero.
So, the server room, is that near the tower or separate?
Separate from the tower. It is in the facility where I do not have access codes to.
And it does seem as if the zone of truth is dissipating. Odette, make another Arcana check.
Okay. Looks like a 26.
Odette, the zone of truth most certainly has dissipated. But you can tell that this individual is still under the effect of a compulsion magic. And in fact, he is under one even stronger than the spell previously.
If it were me, and you were trying to beat Camille, I would attempt to attack the servers and the tower at the same time, as she can't protect both, and she's going to protect the servers.
Oh my gosh. That's exactly what I was thinking, duh. But I appreciate you telling us. Look at that. You're being so cooperative now. We might even make you a sandwich. You do one.
Zana, maybe that's why he doesn't like you. You can't snap back at him. You have to get him in a groove.
Oh.
I mean, I'm probably going to be a dead man already, or at the very least, I am in breach of the contract I signed by giving you this information, even though it was against my will.
Think about it this way. At least she can't remotely detonate your head off your body thanks to us. You're welcome.
I mean, if you had just died like a good meat sack, then I wouldn't have been in this situation in the first place, and I'd be a cool $1 million richer.
Unfortunately, I can't die like a good meat sack, because I'm a great meat sack. That didn't come out how I wanted to. I'm walking away now.
And I think that is an interesting point to leave off today's episode, as you have been given some new information, new insight,
New items.
new items.
Some very potentially life-saving items.
So, with a plan formulating and almost all of the pieces in place, I think that is where we're going to call it for this week's episode of the Odd Campaign. Please join us next week as we storm the facilities.
Thanks for listening, Foundlings, and we're so glad that you joined us. We hope you'll stick around for the next episode of Sword Art Online Odd. And as always, we want to give a big thank you and shout out to our patrons, Stephen Howland and Jason Lillis. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. And if you're interested in supporting our podcast, consider donating to our Patreon. That link is in the description below. But of course, we understand in these financially difficult times, not everybody has the finances or means to do so. So it's always a great way to support a podcast that you enjoy just by sharing it with somebody that you know that you think might enjoy it. We would greatly appreciate that because most people listen to a podcast based upon word of mouth. So you tell somebody about it and they listen. So if you want to support us, consider doing that. But also, you can come and hang out with us in our Discord. That link is in the description below. And also, you want to give us some words of encouragement? You can also send us an email. Did you know that? I bet you didn't. Either way, we also want to give a big thank you and shout out to our music and ambiance creators, Michael Gelfi of Michael Gelfi Studios, Monument Studios, as well as some songs and ambiance from Epidemic Sounds. Again, all of those links are in the description below. Consider supporting them and adding them to your repertoire for your games and things, situations, life happenstances, I guess. I don't know. Make your funeral really epic. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go that dark. Okay. Anyway, again, we hope that you'll join us on the next episode of Sword Art Online Odd next week.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. Have a great weekend, Foundlings. Bye.
Bye-bye.